A massive breakout is about to happen on Bitcoin right now. You guys can see right here that on the 1 hour time frame, a huge breakout is about to happen. And of course, on the daily time frame, we had two massive fake outs right here. A bunch of people were liquidated. And of course, in this video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of news and the next big move for Bitcoin. So if you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. So having a look at number one, first of all, Bitcoin, BlackRock delays 10 million Bitcoin purchase, and here is why. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to go into the whole here's why, but Bitcoin or BlackRock did delay the $10 million purchase. That was supposed to happen a couple days ago. So I know this article came out January 4th, but it was supposed to happen January 3rd, and it did delay to potentially today. Now, of course, $10 million won't move the market so much, but of course it could be bullish in the whole crypto market. A lot of people can get FOMO, a lot of people can get hyped, and a lot of people can essentially buy Bitcoin because of that. So that's what's happening right now. I know a lot of people are listening to these news. I don't know why, but whether an ETF happens or whether an ETF does not happen, Bitcoin or the market cap of crypto will still be $7 to $10 trillion in the next bull market. Having a look right here, what will happen to crypto after Tether mints 2 billion USDT in the upcoming days? So we know historically, first of all, Bitcoin right now is currently dumping as I am making this video. I know that I am making this video right now, but you guys saw at the beginning of this video that I was saying that a massive move was going to be happening, and we just saw a massive move right now. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people are getting liquidated, but let's have a look right here. What will happen to crypto after Tether mints $2 billion in USDT? So we know historically when Tether USDT mints a bunch of crypto, it usually goes up. Crypto usually goes up, Bitcoin usually goes up. Sort of like inflation is good for Bitcoin. And we could see right here that Tether has minted $1 billion throughout the past few months. And we could see right now that they are about to win or mint 2 billion USDT in the next few days. So we could see right here when they minted 1 billion tokens of USDT, it went up. Another 1 billion, it went up. 1 billion consolidated, went down a little bit. 1 billion went up. 1 billion went up. 1 billion consolidated. I mean, this is currently the consolidation that we are currently facing right now since the beginning of essentially December. So nothing too crazy is happening right here. Actually, a lot of crazy thing is actually happening. So this chart is definitely that's something that a lot of people are waiting for. Tether recent minting of 2 billion USDT aligns with historical patterns suggesting correlation with Bitcoin price. Analysts predict a potential huge pump in Bitcoin's value, forecasting to peak at 48,628, followed by a pullback. So can we see Bitcoin go to 50K very soon? Possible. And we could see right now that Bitcoin is pulling back inside this triangle, faking out more people. We saw what happened after this fake out right here. Bitcoin essentially continue to the upside. And can this be a fake out to $45,000? We're gonna have to see. Having a look at this right here, US national debt is currently at $34 trillion. So this thing cracked $34 trillion and it is rising at a very fast pace. Now, of course, this can be very good for Bitcoin. If we have a look at the Dixie right here, we could see that every time the Dixie falls, this is when we essentially have a bull market, right? So Dixie in 2017 all the way to 2018, that's when we had the bull market. 2018 is when the futures things came out, right? And then boom, this is when we essentially had the bear market. So this is when the red arrow is when we started the bear market. Green arrow is when we started the bull market. Another time in May 2020, this is when we started essentially the bull market, right? Not really, but that's when things started to essentially go up. And we could see that right here in 2021, we were still in a bull market, but of course, ever since when we kept on pumping, we entered a massive bear market, and that is what's happening right now. Now, I'm not saying right now that Bitcoin started the bull market in 2022. But we could see right here that if I take this arrow in this monthly time frame in 2022, Bitcoin was actually still pumping and dumping until right here. Okay, so the bull market of Bitcoin started back here in October. So this is when Bitcoin pretty much peaked, or the Dixie, sorry, pretty much peaked right here. So if I zoom in, this was October, the end of October, that's when, or 8th of October, sorry, 10th of October, that's when Bitcoin really started to move towards the upside. And that's when we saw Bitcoin go all the way from, let's see, stick with me. That's when we saw Bitcoin going all the way on the weekly time frame. And that's when we saw Bitcoin going all the way from October 24th right here, or October 6th, 7th, 2nd, pumping, going from $25,000 all the way to $44,000. I keep on getting a call, so I'm sorry about that. But obviously massive things happened when the Dixie does come down, the DXY, the US dollar index. And of course this right here, US 216,000 jobs added in December, top estimates for 170,000. The closely watched report is likely to add to early 2024 jitters. And of course right here, the US economy added 216,000 jobs in the last month of 2023, ahead of economists estimate 470,000, and above November 173,000. Now the unemployment rate was steady at 3.7%, beating an estimated rise for 3.8%. So a lot of people were thinking that would rise to 3.8%, but of course it did go to 3.7%, or it stayed at 3.7%, I should say. Now, going back into the 4-hour time frame, first of all, before I talk about all this, next week around this time, we will have the US and not inflation report, but the US CPI inflation report happening. Okay, so we're gonna have to see what happens, and 2024 should be the year where the Federal Reserve do and bring down the interest rate down. Okay, so we're gonna have to see what happens in 2024. We just saw a massive wick right here on Bitcoin again. Can you call this a double bottom? Maybe not, but let's zoom out real quick of this chart real quick. Put out the stochastic RSI just real quick. We could see the stochastic RSI on the daily time frame are looking okay. Now this daily time frame on triangle is looking okay. So Bitcoin had two massive fake outs right here. The first fake out was a few days ago, January 2nd. We had two right here liquidating people from the top and from the bottom. So we liquidated long, we liquidated over leveraged shorts, and Bitcoin right now is essentially getting ready for the big move. Now, I was a victim of the liquidation phase. I lost over $15,000 in one trade, and of course it was this trade right here. I took the long once I saw that Bitcoin had a nice little closure above the triangle. I thought that this was a clear confirmation on the 4-hour time frame. And of course, guys, this is why you should always put your stop losses. This is a mistake that I did, and of course you learn from your big mistakes, but we could only move on and learn from the mistakes. So having a look at Bitcoin, assuming that this does break out right here of this triangle, I mean, our target, guys, is still sitting at 49 under $50,000, right? The target has not changed. And if I actually go right here, we could see that analysts did predict a peak to 48,628. Now, I don't know if this is because of the 2 million USDT, minting, or it's actually trading analysis right here. So the whole market is red, as you guys can see on the right side of my screen. I don't know if you guys can really see this, but everything is red. We don't have one crypto in green, or at least on my watch list that it is green. We're gonna have to see what happens this weekend. It's gonna be very interesting. Obviously, big moves is about to happen. A lot of liquidation is about to happen as well, unfortunately. So make sure you guys set your stop losses, and in my opinion, don't trade leverage. Don't be over leveraged. Don't, I know a lot of people use 100x, 200x. Stop using 200x leverage. The maximum you should be using for Bitcoin, in my opinion, is 8x. And even me on that, I got liquidated. So always be careful, because this is essentially what causes mass volatility, and exchanges are there to take your money at the end of the day. This is how they make their money, from mass liquidation. So that is my video, guys, on Bitcoin, on, the BlackRock ETF, US national debt, of course, some news and whatnot, the Dixie. If you guys like these videos and want to see more videos on that, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment below if you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out.